Good day, good hard day. Like Tuesday, got some real good things. One of the better Tuesdays we've had, in my opinion. I like the enthusiasm, the focus. They do some things differently in all phases, on all three phases, and we got to really be attentive to detail on some things. And I liked our practice. I liked our attitude. Come out with a purpose to get better, and some guys did, made some plays. Questions?
You just said they do things differently. What do they pose that maybe you guys haven't seen so far this year?
I mean, they're constant different formations. They can throw the ball in all different kinds of sets, get the ball in different parts of the field. Special teams do a really nice job mixing things up, and defensively they're constant pressure and blitzes. And then all of a sudden you think they're doing it, and they're back in their 2 deep zones or 3 deep zones. I mean, they do a great job of mixing and matching a lot of things, and even more so than most folks. Very well coached.
Been pleased with offenses, communication, working on things?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tomorrow we'll crank up the noise. Wednesday and Thursday we'll crank up. I had to have one day where I could teach a little bit and not get a headache. So we'll go the next 2 days. We'll crank the noise up and do the things we got to do.
Was today doing most of the whispering without the noise?
Yeah, we whisper and talk low. Anyway, we'll do that anyway. But sometimes they forget. You got to remind them. But it takes care of it.
You guys have been able to spread the ball around to a wide amount of receivers. How much does that kind of help the offense that you've got such a diverse?
I think it really does, because it's kind of like war to a point. You always know where the ball's going, or where the captain's going to be, or the leader's going to be. You can blow him up. You know what I'm saying? And we give our quarterbacks a lot of freedom to make decisions on where he's going with the ball, and we have a lot of guys who can catch it, and we don't mind throwing it to. We don't mind if so and so get. Now, certain situations we want to get it to people, but we have those certain guys get so many touches. We want to have those things, but whoever's getting the one-on-one, or you got enough guys to do that, it makes it a lot easier. Especially calling plays.
I mean, there were a couple of times, I guess, where Rashad in that last game, I mean, he was pretty much wide open. That probably wouldn't happen if he was by far the #1 target.
Yeah, exactly right. But he ran some good routes, and some guys underneath cleaned some things out for him and made some holes for him. But yes, you say that, but it depends on if you can move him around. See, that goes back to then, if a guy's capabilities of learning, and you're able to move him in different spots. That also gets in that. As they get older, that's what they'll get enhanced and be able to do that more so, yes.
Speaking of guys who've gotten older and got more experience, Brian Stork, we haven't talked a whole lot about him the last
Great. He was a lineman of our week. He's had a great year, very solid, leading our guys inside declarations, and, doing a really nice job inside. And he's big, and he's staying about 308 pounds now, and big force inside, and he runs well. Can get to the second level well for a big guy.
When would you kind of see the light go on for him?
More so this fall camp, I think. I mean, the offseason was good, but this fall camp, he really started. You see just the consistency. He always had shines, but that maturity comes in. You just do it every day. You do it every day. You do it every day, and more and more.
In terms of that consistency on the line, what have you seen from Cameron? I know obviously people raved about him in the spring and whatnot.
Been very solid, had done some nice things. Got beat a couple times last game. A couple times it wasn't always false. Both had help inside and didn't get it. You know what I mean? Now a couple times he got beat, but I really like his run blocking extremely well. Pass blocking has been really good. I mean, he's had a couple breakdowns, but when you play left tackle, it's like playing quarterback. You're gonna make a bad decision every now and then. As a receiver, you may drop a ball every now and then. You play left tackle, guy's gonna beat you every now. You get the best pass rusher every day. So, but been very pleased with his progress and where he's going.
Chris has been obviously really good about breaking the initial contact and getting
yes.
into yards. Is that mentality? Is it technique?
I think it's two things. I think one, he's extremely tough, and he has a desire to be great and do whatever he's got to do. But then he's got great balance and body control. And he's very strong. I mean, like I said, he's a very hard guy. But when you hit him, even tough guys, strong guy, got great balance and body control. Can get on that right shoulder and your leg near shoulder and get hit and get that other foot back in the ground, and plays with great leverage when he runs.
Jimbo, it seems like I was talking to Everett Dawkins today, and he said he's actually really excited about this game because it's a traditional offense, finally, that your defense gets to see.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it had to be a good point. But the rest is motion, trickery, all the stuff and the spread that goes on. Exactly right. And but just to play more traditional type for a defense that is now. It's fun as far as assignments, but now players and how they execute, they're pretty daggone good. So I hope he enjoys it after the game, because those guys are going to be they're pretty good now. They can move that football.
And then also Lonnie running again this week. I mean, you see that burst. He looks like
he's making guys miss. He does. I mean, he's that hybrid guy, that in between guy that can block and be big, but also have the moves and quickness and still have the power to run on the goal line desire. And it's tell you what, having both of them back is a big help.
He's a guy that has a future there?
I think so. I mean, he's great on special teams. He can catch, he can run, he can block. There's a lot of things Lonnie does, and he's such an instinctive football player. Yes, I mean, I think he'll definitely get a shot.
I had one more going back to Stork. A couple players said that before the season he basically made a comment like, you know, let's pretend like we don't all have scholarships. Let's pretend like we got to earn our scholarships. You know, it's
a mentality. That when you get that kind of mentality, and you're not owed anything, and you're looking to work to get better, and you have a purpose, it's amazing how much easier things come. And when you don't expect things to be easy, then you push through things when the adversity comes. It's when you think they're going to be easy. Oh, I'm owed this, I'm owed that. It's somebody else's fault. Well, then it becomes hard because you don't grind. And when you're a lineman, and especially, you got to grind. You got to grind.